Unlocking the secret language. What ants in your home are really telling. Have you ever stopped to truly observe the procession of tiny ants making their way through your space, and felt a curious sense that their arrival held more significance than just a simple infestation? It's a question many of us dismiss, reaching quickly for a spray or a trap. But what if we paused for just a moment to consider the possibility of a deeper meaning? Imagine these small, diligent creatures aren't merely accidental visitors, but are, in fact, vital spiritual messengers, bringing an important, coded communication directly into your everyday existence. It's an idea that shifts our perspective entirely. In this journey together, we're going to pull back the veil on the intriguing spiritual meaning when you find ants taking up temporary residence in your home, exploring precisely what the universe could be attempting to highlight or clarify for you through their unassuming presence. This isn't about solving a domestic issue. It's about elevating your awareness, recognizing divine signs when they appear, and honoring the profound, sacred link between the physical environment you inhabit and the spiritual state of your soul. If this concept of hidden messages and cosmic connections is resonating with you already, please take a moment to hit that like button. If you've experienced the inexplicable appearance of ants, seemingly out of the blue, share your experience by dropping the word messenger in the comments below. We're about to engage in a deeply insightful exploration, and what you ultimately uncover here may fundamentally alter the way you interpret every minor detail and surrounding event in your life. Prepare to challenge your preconceived notions about these common insects and embrace their role as surprising carriers of spiritual insight. The time for this awakening is now. For millennia, the ant has followed its quiet, determined path across the earth, a being often overlooked yet never without a profound significance. Throughout various cultures spanning ancient African wisdom to the mystical traditions of the East, the ant was consistently viewed as far more than just a common bug. It stood as a powerful ancient symbol, a testament to relentless effort, unwavering focus, and an almost superhuman discipline that commanded respect. Their tiny size belied the enormous weight of their symbolic meaning in the spiritual realm. Yet, there is an even more subtle layer to their spiritual meaning, an esoteric understanding frequently missed by the casual observer. In the context of deeper spiritual teachings, the ant serves as a perfect embodiment of alignment with divine timing. It never acts rashly. It avoids confusion or self-doubt. Instead, it operates on an inner compass, intuitively knowing the optimal moment to initiate action and when to exercise necessary restraint. This calculated, purposeful movement is, in itself, a stunning display of divine wisdom in constant motion. Therefore, when ants begin their subtle appearance within the boundaries of your living space, the most critical thing to do is not ignore them. They may be delivering a delicate whisper from the vastness of the cosmos, a personalized, resonant message specifically intended for you and your current life circumstances. Some spiritualists propose that ants emerge precisely when your spirit is undergoing a test, when you are standing on the very brink of a major life breakthrough that requires both sustained patience and unrelenting persistence to finally materialize. There are also those who interpret their arrival as spiritual scouts, dispatched ahead of time to offer a necessary warning, provide subtle guidance, or act as a catalyst to reawaken a vital, perhaps dormant, purpose or talent lying deep within your being. This interpretation suggests their presence is anything but random. The moment has come to honestly ask yourself, why now? Why here? What essential truth have I been consciously or subconsciously avoiding? Because the inescapable truth we must confront is that the ant's presence is definitively not arbitrary. The next layer of revelation might just be potent enough to shake the very foundations of your perspective on your current reality and the systems you've built around it. Continue to hold that focus, as the insight we are about to explore is a realization that only a select few people have ever truly grasped. This is about recognizing the interconnectedness of all things. Let's turn our attention inward, recognizing that your physical home is much more than just a structure. It functions as an essential mirror reflecting your inner world. Your prevailing energy, your currently dominant emotions, and the overall spiritual atmosphere you cultivate are all silently and powerfully reflected back to you through the condition and surroundings of your space. The external environment gives clues to the internal. Consequently, when lines of ants materialize, seemingly emerging from nowhere, the message they bring transcends the purely physical domain. It is an energetic, sacred, and intensely personal communication. Across numerous spiritual disciplines, the appearance of ants is often perceived as an urgent call to restructure the way you live your life. Perhaps things appear stable outwardly, but deep within there's an emotional clutter, structural disorder, or a critical lack of alignment between your stated aspirations and the actual daily effort you are contributing. Ants are naturally and powerfully attracted to systems, to efficiency, and to precision. When they seemingly invade your personal space, it can be interpreted as the universe delivering a firm yet loving directive. It's time to rebuild, to reorganize, and to fundamentally refocus your efforts. Are you dedicating your most valuable energy toward the things that truly matter for your ultimate destiny? Or are constant soul-draining distractions actively stealing the future you are meant to claim? And here lies a little-known spiritual principle. Ants are frequently drawn to environments where the energy is stagnant, spaces where aspirations have been set aside, meaningful goals have been forgotten, or true life purpose has been continually postponed. They are creatures of relentless intention. If they are surrounding you, it might be a subtle indication that your own movements and actions have perhaps lost their defined direction and certainty. This spiritual encounter is not about simply eliminating a nuisance through pest control. It's a profound moment for life control. However, there is an even more deeply resonant layer to this phenomenon, one that might powerfully explain the precision of their timing. Understanding this next point will entirely transform your reaction the very next time you spot even a single ant in your home. It's their arrival, not just their presence, that holds the key. Ants do not appear by chance. They arrive with a clear, predefined purpose. If you cultivate the necessary awareness and pay close attention, you will realize they never enter your life empty-handed. They function as carriers of messages. Though these communications are not spoken aloud, they are intricately encoded within the patterns they form, the timing of their appearance, and the energy they bring with them. When ants appear consistently, it should not be dismissed as mere coincidence. It serves as a strong divine nudge, a spiritual call to rise and meet your potential. The universe is probing. Are you genuinely giving your absolute best effort to your dreams, your most important projects, and your ultimate purpose? Are you treating them as passing hobbies or as your sacred, non-negotiable mission? This question demands an honest answer. Seeing ants in overwhelming large numbers can certainly feel chaotic and destabilizing. However, this mirrors the exact kind of chaos and systemic disorder we sometimes carelessly permit to accumulate within our internal lives. We allow too many trivial distractions, too much distracting noise, and hold on to far too many things that are no longer serving the future we are diligently attempting to construct. Their sheer numbers often serve as a profound reflection of the internal clutter and disorganization that is silently piling up within your mind and spirit, and their characteristic constant movement can be a direct, unsettling mirror of your own deeper restlessness and lack of internal peace. They embody the need for structured, calm, and purposeful action in the face of internal upheaval. If the ants choose to show up specifically during crucial decision-making moments, you must pause and reflect. This is a deliberate, highly significant non-accident. Remember, ants never act on impulse. They meticulously study, carefully plan, and patiently await the optimal moment to strike. They are nature's masterful, patient strategists, teaching a powerful lesson. Perhaps their emergence is a strategic reminder for you to slow down, to commit to long-term thinking, and to resist the urge to rush into any decision purely because it offers immediate, superficial gratification. The profound question becomes, what if these tiny, humble beings are specifically here to instruct you in the foundational principles of timing, unwavering resilience, and a deeply sacred patience? The universe whispers before it shouts, and here's a truth rooted in ancient, profound spiritual wisdom, a message that connects to texts revered for thousands of years. Long before modern science meticulously analyzed the behavior of ant colonies, sacred writings had already underscored their incredible wisdom. Consider the powerful directive from Proverbs 6:6. Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise. This is not simply friendly advice. It functions as a divine command. The spiritual source points to the ant as a timeless model of sacred, purpose-driven diligence. Why such a small entity for such a colossal lesson? Because ants act without waiting for external orders. They prepare in silence, they build when no one is watching, and they possess an extraordinary capacity to never give up. Even when faced with enormous physical obstacles, spiritually, they symbolize a unique, potent blend of profound humility and formidable strength. They never boast or complain, yet they are perpetually advancing. This makes them a living parable, demonstrating what it authentically means to live a life fueled by focused purpose, strategic planning, and unwavering faith-driven action. They embody the quiet power of consistency. So, if ants are now consistently showing up in your proximity, perhaps it's because the true potential of your future is being tested right now. Perhaps heaven is gently inquiring, are you actively preparing for the very blessings you've been praying for? Are you diligently planting seeds today, or merely waiting impatiently for a harvest to magically appear? These tiny creatures have no fame, but their work fundamentally alters entire ecosystems. That is true impact. Could the activity you've been casually calling a distraction in your home actually be a divine invitation? Invitation to rise to the occasion, to take decisive action, and to fully trust the path unfolding before you. This perspective shifts the entire dynamic from frustration to spiritual awakening. There is one final, intensely personal layer to this mystery. Ants don't choose their resting places randomly. They gravitate towards specific locations for very precise reasons. The exact way and place they appear in your life may be revealing far more about your subconscious state than you could ever consciously imagine. The universe uses precise, potent, non-verbal signs to communicate. To grasp what they are communicating, you must look beyond the surface level. You must decode the context. Where exactly are they appearing? When is this happening? And what significant life event or inner turmoil is occurring at that exact moment? The location is the core of the message. If the ants are converging near your food sources, this might be more than just a typical household problem. It could be a profound divine alert, a signal urging you to better protect your health, your vital energy, and your physical body temple. What you consume nourishes both the physical and the spiritual. Perhaps you've been meticulously feeding your body while tragically starving your deeper, essential soul. If their presence is concentrated near your bed or resting area, this is an undeniable prompt to examine your inner world, your quality of rest, the nature of your dominant thoughts, and the true state of your heart. It may indicate a cluttered mind, scattered emotions, or that even in moments of intended stillness there is a deep, persistent unrest that cries out for internal balance and order. And if the ants choose your workspace as their staging ground, you must immediately ask yourself, have I been indefinitely postponing the sacred dream or calling placed within me? Am I structuring my limited time around my highest calling or around my deepest, most paralyzing fears? The specific location of the ants is absolutely targeted. It serves as an undeniable mirror, reflecting the precise area in your life that demands healing, structure, or immediate realignment. Here is a liberating truth few people have the courage to accept. The universe never sends you spiritual signs that you aren't perfectly ready to receive and act upon. If you are seeing this message right now, it is the ultimate confirmation that you are ready to significantly shift, ready to profoundly grow, and ready to awaken to the powerful truth unfolding just beneath the surface of your seemingly ordinary daily existence. But let's conclude with one final, deeply transformative revelation that connects every single thread of this conversation. Are you ready for this ultimate insight? Understand this fundamental principle. Nothing in your life is random. If ants have been repeatedly crossing your path, subtly invading your home, or showing up again and again, it's because a divine, gentle whisper is intensifying, evolving into a sacred roar. Heaven is intentionally calling for your undivided attention, not to instill fear or anxiety, but to trigger a massive essential awakening. You were not created to drift through a life plagued by chaos, endless distraction, or paralyzing spiritual blindness. You were chosen and designed to rise, to lead, and to walk your path with pure awareness, sharp intention, and undeniable divine clarity. Ants do not arrive to disturb the tranquility of your life. They arrive specifically to reveal what is hidden, to expose what urgently requires order, and to aggressively ignite a spiritual fire in the place where apathy once comfortably resided. Take a moment right now and ask yourself, what defining structure is God instructing me to build? Where is the divine calling me to place my deepest focus? What foundational aspect of my life must finally be brought into complete, unwavering alignment with the sacred mission burning inside my soul? This conversation transcends the world of mere insects. It is about divine instruction, spiritual strategy, and a holy, discernible pattern manifesting clearly in your physical world. Your presence here is not an accident. You are being strategically prepared. And if this crucial message is resonating deeply within your spirit, it is because the most vital, next chapter of your life story commences the very moment you embrace this profound awakening. From this day forward, promise yourself you will never look at a single ant the same way again. They are not merely crawling. They are actively, diligently carrying divine messages meant for you. Now take a deep centering breath. Lift your head with conviction and, in the comments below, repeat this powerful affirmation out loud. I recognize the signs. I walk with clear purpose. If this discussion has stirred something profound within your spirit, share this message widely. Be the light and the source of clarity for someone else still struggling to find their way in the dark. The world changes the moment the chosen truly awaken. And you, yes, you were chosen for this moment, right here, right now. Let it begin. Let it move. Let it transform.